say AP. Happy and you know it's AP.
What's good? It's AP. 1 in a billion and I'm back. So guys, been watching that fight, Wilder versus Fury 3. And after watching it again and again and again, it's crazy. The referee, he really did a slow count when Tyson Fury was down. And technically we should have witnessed one of the greatest comebacks in boxing history, because that fight should have been over. But at the end of the day, it wasn't over. And the man who was better conditioned was the victor. A lot of people looked and saw Deontay Wilder's body and they said, he was in great shape. No, he wasn't in great shape. He punched himself out after the first round. He was throwing that left and right jabs to the body, and he couldn't even breathe after the end of the first round. So no, he wasn't in great shape. So at the end of the day, what I want to let you guys know is black people, we're not on the same standard as everybody else. It's like we have to do, I train my son is with me right now. I train him in sports. You got to be 10 times better than your opponent, because they automatically are going to look and they're going to see you, and you're automatically going to be at a disadvantage. Automatically, there's more expected of you when you participate in the sport. They don't care that you're a popular influencer. All they see is black skin, brown skin, and they say, this person, oh, they must know how to play basketball. They must know how to play baseball. They must know how to fight. They just assume this and that. And because of that, you get graded at a higher standard than everybody else. There's less margin for error. I can't believe it. I go to kids' games and I'm coaching, and I see little kids being cheated in a sport. My son's team will be winning by about 15 points with a minute left. Somehow or another, the game ends up going into overtime. Why is that? Is it because they just got sloppy? No. There's a lot of cheating going on. There's a lot of things that are unfair. It's unfair in this world for little brown boys. And I couldn't believe the day when my son went from being this cute kid, we would go to all of the grocery stores and they say, oh, he's so cute, to the day where it came time to compete. And you hear statements like, that's not basketball. He's mauling my son. He's running him over. So now that we're on a competitive level, you see that we are not treated equal. And that's a terrible feeling. Every single league that my son plays in, whether it's baseball, basketball, it doesn't matter what the sport is, I see the inequality. And I hear it from other people as well. I hear it from other people and with their children, other black people with their children, whether it be a black boy or a black girl, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the state. It doesn't matter the place. There's an inequality that's going on around the whole world. And when people are watching boxing matches, they're not watching it from that lens. They're watching it from this lens that they grew up on, where they're used to the cheating. They're used to it. So since they're so used to it, they think that that's the way that things are supposed to be. But when you say something about it, when you acknowledge a straight fact, I mean, we all did the count, and we saw that Fury got up after 10. When we all see that, it's right in your face. Favoritism. Favoritism is a terrible thing. Look on YouTube, for instance. My son right here, same son. Same son. This is J Funk right here. Say hi, J Funk.
Hi.
J Funk.
What's up?
J Funk has been started off as the most popular kid on the whole entire YouTube. And what ended up happening? Other kids, other parents and their children begin to copy what my son did. Straight up copy our videos. And you know what? Yeah, J Funk got 40 million views doing this, 10 million views doing this. Well, we're gonna give this kid 1 billion views. We're gonna give this kid 100 million for stealing your content and recreating it. What kind of world is that to live in? How is that fair? How is that equality? You telling me you don't want to see this content? The world doesn't want to see this content coming from a brown boy, from a black boy? They want to see it coming from somebody else. That's what basically what you're telling me. So the world is unfair. The world is unfair. It's unfair out here. And we need to make a change. We could keep complaining, whining, complaining. I ain't with just complaining. I do something about circumstance. So to make things fair, I created the BlackTube, a platform where black creators, brown creators will be treated fair and have a fair chance at success. There's no coincidence that you look at the top 500 on YouTube and you don't see our faces there. Who are we supposed to do? Count Rihanna? She's a billionaire and a great musician. But you could be average and be of a different ethnicity, and we see you at the top. And I don't even know some of these people, but they're at the top. But in order for one of us to be at the top, we got to be elite. We got to be Michael Jackson, one of the greatest entertainers of all time, Rihanna, a billionaire, great artist for all these years, in order for us to succeed. No, that's not the case. So the platform is here now. The stage is set where we can also achieve great success and things that just give us an even playing field. Be fair. 40 acres and a mule. The government promised our people, for participating in the war, that they would grant our people 40 acres of land and a mule. And they reneged on that promise. So we help you win a war in a country which has enslaved us, and then we don't get properly compensated for that. And then if we complain, you say, stop complaining. Go back to Africa. Go back here. Like, wasn't born in Africa. I was born in the US. Where were you born at? I'm an American African. So at the end of the day, we are always getting the short end of the stick. I'm one for seeing a change in that. And I'm creating the change. Join me. Join creators like my son, J Funk. Join many others that are making the switch to the BlackTube, y'all. It's time for a switch. Flip the switch to the blacktube.com.
Happy and you know it say AP. Happy and you know it say AP.